Hey guys, Desi here, and today I just want to go over trade recaps for October 4th, and basically see what I took, while we took it, and basically overall market, how it played out. So over today, overnight, we pretty much gapped up a lot on SPY. We had like a really big gap up, about a 1.5%, almost 2% gap up from Monday's close, and we didn't really pull back. We just kept going, as you guys can see. We had this small pullback here. Small pullback here to the EMAs on the 1 minute chart, and at 375 broke. They came back and retested 375. Psych number. Also, there was a supply zone here on the left side of the chart, and then we just started pushing back up until this supply here at this 377 level. So I just want to show you guys an hourly before I do start here. Basically, I had this 377.6 level marked out before the day started. And just because once we did have this impulse move down, we had a couple candles touch it and basically turn it into supply. So that's basically this intraday supply I was looking for. And it's not coincidence that that was the intraday supply that was formed. So after our big move up, we started basically just we came up to this 377 level, and then we started rejecting into this 376 level. So I had something like this drawn out where I was waiting for a break of the structure, and eventually we did get this break of the structure because we had one touches here, 2, 3, 4, a lot on the 1 minute chart, and as you can see on the 5 minute chart, we were getting a few bounces in this area. So basically, that's when I was told everyone I was looking for this flag to break out, and that's where we took our first trade. So our first trade, I took SPX calls 3810s at 3-1, very light. I was telling everyone the price action wasn't here yet. But I was telling everyone I'm watching the structure play out, and we did get this breakout that I was looking for, but it wasn't enough strength, So we got entries around this area right here, and we took it to the top of this candle for about only 20%, as you guys can see here. This 3780 level up here was very strong on SPX. I'll show you guys after. So on SPY it was about 377.10, and then we ended up rejecting it and then pushing back up. However, we did take a nice 20% play on this. Everyone got good entries, and there's plenty of time to exit. However, I was saying, I'm exiting the rest, and I'm looking for re-entries at this level down here. I posted a chart. I was like, we get back into this demand zone. I'm looking for more entries. So at 7:52 my time, I'm on the West Coast, so 7:52. Around this area right here, I was looking for calls again because I took this off, and I was just looking. Price came down here, bounced off, and we had this wick candle here. This basically confirmed as an intraday demand for me. I already had it drawn out here, but this really confirmed it. And as you guys can see, this is a point of interest for the rest of the day as well. So I was looking at this area for ads for calls, and I told everyone once we do come back into this area, I will be looking to add calls. Let me just quickly put the SPX chart up as well. I think I was charting US 500 instead. Yeah, so if you guys can see US 500, basically it's like SPX, but it shows the overnight price action. This 3772 level to like 3770 was a very strong demand, and buyers were basically holding this up pretty much all day. And then I was telling everyone I'm looking for ads here, which I did. We got our 3810 ads at 2.2 here, and we caught this entire move up. It was about about a dollar. It was about $1.30 move on SPY, and about a 16-point move on SPX or US 500, whichever you prefer. I prefer US 500. We did get a 16-point move to the upside, and contracts ended up moving really well. So this was like a good example of just being patient. We got the 20% here. I didn't really like what I got, so I was looking for a re-entry at a lower price back into the demand. I didn't feel comfortable chasing basically all of this price action in the morning, so I was telling everyone I'm going to wait for price action to consolidate for a bit and start moving back up after that. So as you guys can see here, we did get this big hammer candle off the 5 minute chart as well. So I have both of the charts open, the 1 minute and the 5 minute, and we got a really nice trade to upside here, right back into the supply zone. And this is where I did take majority of my profits. I didn't really leave a lot of runners because As you guys can see, I did have this 3761 level marked out before the day even started, and I had this as supply, and I didn't want to hold these contracts as closer we pushed to that level because I did have a feeling that we were going to reject that as it was a 1 hour supply zone. So that's basically the two zones that I had all day, and I didn't take a trade after this. After this trade, I got out. I didn't really take a trade the rest of the day because we were really green and we didn't really need to. I was telling everyone, just wait. If you guys are still trading, just wait for a break of the zone and retest. And eventually, we got into the supply at 9:30, which we started, rejecting from. So as you guys can see here, this was a breakdown of this zone. So I didn't have this drawn out. So it was something like this. So this was a break of the zone, and then we got retest candles. All these are retest candles of the zone. You could even take it once we are officially below the zone here. EMA retest here. This will also be another good entry all the way down to basically. I'll show you guys where we bounced off from. It was the it was a 15-minute 21 EMA, as you guys can see. Perfect wick off the 15-minute 21 EMA. This is why it's good to watch the higher time frames when we are breaking out of a major consolidation. We were in this zone for like almost 2 hours. So, I definitely turned on the higher time frames to see exactly what was going on. And I'll show you guys NASDAQ as well. Same thing with US 500. I trade this because you can see overnight price action. We had this very nice clean breakdown of this channel here, and we got retest candles here. So you had about 15 minutes to get entries, but I wasn't trading. I didn't take any, but it was a really nice retest and break. Every index got basically a retest here. Whether you're trading Dow Jones, SPY, SPX, whatever it is, ES, everything. Every chart had a proper retest of the channel they broke out from or the zone that they're in. So, and then let me go over some other good trades that could have taken place. I was basically calling it out, but I wasn't really taking it because I don't want to trade no more. I was like, oh, I'm watching here for a push up, etc., etc. So I had an intraday demand zone drawn as well, another one, and I'll show you why. So we had this, we had this little pullback here to the EMAs before we dumped, and then once we came back into this level, we started consolidating here. So I had something like this drawn out, just a small little flag drawn out, and I was waiting, for the breakout. I was like, once this does break out, it'll be really good for calls. As you guys can see, this did push up all the way back into this zone. Once we were under this demand zone, I did have it marked as red or purple as my supply zone. But as you guys can see, we came right through it pretty fast. So I switched over back into the green zone because that is signifying that it is my demand zone. So as you guys can see, people are like, oh, how'd you get this zone? Well, look where price is being, prices is slowing down or stopping. So we had a point of interest here, 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 and here, right? Right when these two, when this candle was came down here and broke this zone for a fake out, and we bounced, I immediately drew this intraday zone here. I won't keep it for tomorrow, but I did keep it for today because it's, like I said, it's an intraday zone. So I had something like this drawn out. Just, it didn't have to be super clean. It was just something to give, remind myself, okay, this is a point of interest where price is bouncing and this could turn into an intraday demand. And, as you can scroll over, once we did, we bounced off here, they stop loss hunted here, and they pushed us all the way back into the supply right before power hour, before dumping it out of supply. Very good range day if you caught like a lot of these good moves. And we basically broke through this demand zone here at this 376 level. However, we did get this bounce from this 375.50 level. If you don't want to have it a zone because it is sloppy, you could just go over here, throw in a horizontal line, and just throw something like this, just to give yourself a reminder that this is a point of interest and you should be watching price and how it reacts down here. And then power hour did its thing, and then we ended up at highs to close out the day. So that is pretty much the trades that I took. I know I sized pretty light today, but I still managed to make over 1.5 K because I just let my trade play out here. I was sized light, but we did get a 110% gain on this, and I scaled most of my contracts at around 85 to 90%. So overall, pretty good day, 2 for 2 on the day. I didn't take any trades after 8 a.m. and I just observed price action. Let me go to the 5-minute. The zones held up pretty well today, and we just chopped in this range, but there were a lot of good movement in the range that you could trade from. So I hope this helps, and until next time, I'll catch you guys.